Hello there, my name is Andrew Druckman, and I'd like to welcome you to the channel, because after all, the reason why you clicked on that link is because you want to learn how to get customers for your junk removal company. Well, guess what? You just came to the right place, because that is exactly what we are going to be talking about today. Now, if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to Traffic Magic, because that is what we do. We talk about different tips and strategies to help you get more people to the front door of your business every single day. Because after all, if you have nobody at the front door of your business, you have no business, because that is the bloodline to your business. And also something to keep in mind, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below that's going to give you free training so that this way you can drive hundreds of customers to the front door of your business every single day. Now, without further ado, let's get into the action. So, the very first thing we're going to tell you to do when it comes to get more customers for your junk removal company is have a strong social media presence. Now, today, one of the examples I'm going to give you today is Instagram. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I'm going to tell you why you want to have a strong social media presence is because back in those days where there wasn't social media, there was the yellow pages, there was news articles, but see, that was back in those days. Now, today, it's not like that anymore, because in today's day and age, it's just over and done with. Nobody's really flipping through the yellow pages. No one's looking through news articles. No one's really looking through newspapers anymore. Most people, or at least a lot of people, are on social media, because that is where we are at today. Social media, Google, whatever the case might very well be. The internet has truly taken over. So that's what I'm going to tell you. It's really, really important that you have a strong social media presence, because if you don't, you're going to probably be leaving a lot of money on the table, because you can get a lot of good leads off of social media. And it doesn't necessarily have to be paid traffic. It could easily be free traffic. And that's going to be some of the examples of what I'm going to show you here today. And also, but the last thing I did want to mention is that as I'm going through this, as I'm explaining this, what I want you to understand is that you don't have to necessarily do exactly what it is that some of these people are doing, as far as what I think are some really good examples of what you should probably do for your junk removal company business. But at the very least, I will tell you, if you get anything out of what it is I'm going to say and what I explain, the main thing is try to, like, when you see these examples, what I'm going to give you and show you, try to model after them. You don't have to do exactly what it is that they're doing, but when you see someone who's doing something that, they look like they're doing it right, they look like that they are successful, it's okay to model after people that are successful instead of just trying to figure it out by yourself. Now, that's just my personal opinion for you, because to me, I think it just makes some more sense all the more in the world to model after people that are successful. Now, with that being said, let's get into the first example, and just right here. And this is actually a TikTok video off of Instagram. You call, I haul. Like, that was just really creative. Like, that just catches. Like, wow, you call, I haul. That simple? Obviously, right? Has a phone number here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this because it intrigues me. Now, I can't play the video on this because I don't want to run into any copyrights issues. But you get the idea, right? He's showing you, like, some of the junk that they had to remove, and now they cleared it out, and there's the truck. Pretty straightforward. Now, I'm intrigued by this. I want to see what else this guy's got. So, when you look here, whatever you want, whatever you don't want, we pick up for a small price. Pretty straightforward. Has a phone number, address. Yeah. So, he's a good-looking guy, right? He's got his beard cut. He's very well presented. He doesn't necessarily have a suit and tie, but he looks very well put together. And you don't necessarily have to have a suit and tie. It doesn't have to be all fancy or anything like that. Just something simple and just presentable. I really hope that makes sense. So now let's see some of the content he has. Let's see. I owe myself 90 days for straight discipline, physical, mentally, and financially. I like that. Okay. Look at this. You got this guy over here, and he's just, yeah. See, I personally like this. This is something I like. It doesn't have the content that you put on here or you put on for your junk removal company, it doesn't necessarily have to be fancy. It just simple content. It does not have to go be crazy. It doesn't have to be complex. And I really hope that this is a good example of this. Right? So let's see what else. Property is a disease. When a man is really in love with a woman, well, I mean, if I'm looking for someone to remove my junk, I don't really care about that. But I guess he likes to also put some of his personal content on here. But I personally think this is a pretty good example. Let's see some other examples of this. Let's see. Here we go. Look at this guy. He just looks like he's having a blast. How could you not want to click on this? Let's go ahead and click on this link. Right? Call today. We'll lug it away. Right? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click on this. Oh, and another thing I want to explain about this. When you're putting up content, the main thing that I'm going to tell you is you want to try to post content every single day on your platform, or at least every other day. You want to post as consistently as much as possible, and it's really important to do that because in the grand scheme of things, if you're just posting every once in a while, you're not going to likely get leads. If you want to get more customers, you want to get more people to the front door of your business, you have to keep working on your business every single day, or at least every other day, because it's your business. So that's another thing I want to point out. Let's see what else this guy's got. Discipline over motivation. See, I like that. This to me looks like some really good stuff. Look, he's got some junk over here. You got this guy smiling. You got this smiling over here. These people look like they want to come to work. Look at them. Look, and then you got a guy over here working out. Like, these are people that look like that they're there to work and they're having fun at work, right? Like, this is the part where I personally think this is very attractive because and what I mean attractive, meaning that it's very attractive that it makes me want to, how do I explain this? It would make me want to hire them because when I see people smiling and they're enjoying their job, they enjoy what it is that they're doing, it makes it more attractive to want to hire these people. So I really hope that makes sense, right? Because the more attractive you make it with the people there, you're smiling, you're having a good time. And look at this, and look at this over here. Tell me this is not attractive. Look at him. He just looks like he's having a ball with this police officer. I think he's a police officer, or maybe he's a security guard riding a horse. I don't know. But you get the idea, right? So this is my personal opinion. This is another great example. I'm going to show you one more. Let's see. What else would actually be a good... Oh, that's right. I got to click out of this one. Let's see. What else would be a good example of this? Look at this. Again, 3 guys are smiling, thumbs up. How is that not attractive? Right? That is just very attractive. Oh, and another one over here really quickly. This is another thing I actually want to point out is that some of these places, they're going to actually price them out right here, right? A quarter of a load, $150 to $200. And that's actually great that you see these companies doing that. They're just going to be upfront with you on the price. They're not going to, they're not going to try to swindle you or anything like that. So that's also another thing that you want to do is make sure that whatever it is that you price people out, you make sure they know that up front. So really hope that makes sense as well. But I want to click on this one really quickly because, 3 guys smiling, thumbs up. Again, how could you not want to? 1, 2, 3 junk. Let's see what kind of content they got. Oh, and this right here, in link in bio, right here, I would click on that. I would personally click on that. And that's what you should do, whether it's Instagram or whatever the case might be. You want to make sure you have a link that's going to go to your website, that's going to go to your sales funnel, whatever the case might very well be. So definitely kudos on that. Love that. Let's see. Let's see their content. Look at this. Just a bunch of people look like they just having fun, smiling, thumbs up, schedule a junk pickup. This is some great examples of some great content. And it's not anything complicated. It's not complex. It doesn't have to be over the top. It's just as long as it's simple, it's attractive. You see people smiling, something simple like this, and you're posting stuff like this every other day or at least every single day, and you're consistently doing this. I personally think that you're going to be able to increase your probability of getting more leads and get more customers to the front door of your business. Now, hopefully, you got some value in this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below because I always want to know what you think. And also something to just kind of keep in mind. And remember, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below that's going to give you free training so that this way you can drive hundreds of customers to the front door of your business every single day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.